Mixtures are made of two or more components combined physically, and these components of a mixture can be separated using different methods based on the nature of the mixture. And the most commonly used method for separating components of the mixture is hand picking, which is usually used in our homes. And if you want to separate the components of ink, so actually ink is a mixture of a dye in water. If you want to separate this water from this ink, the water can be separated from this ink by evaporation. The method which is used to remove the water component from the ink to obtain that dye or color is evaporation. In this, water is a volatile substance and dye is a non-volatile substance. So that's why when you heat this ink, the volatile water vaporizes, leaving the non-volatile dye or the color behind. The cream from the milk can be separated by a method called centrifugation. So centrifuge is a device which is based on the difference in the densities of the components of a mixture. When the mixture is spun rapidly, the heavier component will be forced to move towards the bottom and the lighter particles will remain on the top. And washing machines also work on this same principle. The centrifuge is also used in diagnostic laboratories for blood test and urine test. The mixture of two immiscible liquids like oil plus water, since they are immiscible liquids, they form heterogeneous mixture, and those two can be separated by using separating funnel. This is based on the difference between the densities of those two liquids, and the same principle can be used to separate lighter slag particles from molten iron in the extraction of iron metal from its ore. Sublimation is a method used to separate sublimable components or sublimable substances from non-sublimable substances. For example, if it is a mixture of ammonium chloride and sodium chloride, where ammonium chloride is sublimable and sodium chloride is non-sublimable. So in this case, ammonium chloride is sublimable and sodium chloride is non-sublimable. So when you heat this mixture, ammonium chloride being sublimable, it gets vaporized, leaving the sodium chloride behind, leaving the sodium chloride in the container. Chromatography is another method for the extraction of dyes from the ink, and it is also used to extract color pigments from plants and to extract drugs from the blood. Distillation is the method which is used to separate two miscible liquids, like the mixture of alcohol and water can be separated using distillation. This process is based on the difference in the boiling points of those two liquids. And to separate the components of a mixture containing more than two liquids, we go for fractional distillation. So this method is used to separate the components of a mixture containing more than two liquids. So this method is suitable for those mixtures which is containing liquids which differ in their boiling points by less than 25 degrees Celsius. Crystallization is a process in which we obtain the crystals of a solid from its impure sample. For example, we can obtain pure crystals of sugar from impure sugar, and similarly we can obtain pure alum from impure alum. Purification of drinking water is done in these following steps. The first one, the water will be sent through sedimentation tank in which the heavier insoluble solid particles can be removed. And in the second tank, which is called loading tank, in this they separate suspended particles present in the water. After sedimentation, the water will be sent into loading tank in which we can separate the suspended particles from the water. And filtration, the third step is filtration tank. In this we can separate the remaining lighter insoluble particles using sand and gravel like filter beds. And in the fourth stage, the germs present in the water can be killed using chlorination tank. In this we use chlorine to kill the germs. So after the fourth step, the water will be fit for drinking purpose.